This was not
going to be interesting.
A good way to start the pay-per-view. All right, let's talk. Carlos Adames, I guess you would have called him in this era the email WBC 160-pound champion after Jamal Charlo, longtime champion, who was champion for didn't defend his belt for over 800 days. I think it was about 900 or so. Had a DUI and a crazy situation with the police several weeks ago, and Carlos Adames, the interim champion, was elevated to full champion. Basically, it's a dreadful division. 160 is dead, ain't really nothing there, and this fight was some bullshit. I am so tired of Terrell Gausha. I met the guy, we share a name, interviewed him when he fought Erislandy Lara years ago. The fight was so dreadful at the Barclays Center that fans started walking out. It was the night that Jamel Charlo knocked out Erickson Lubin. It was buzzing, and him and Erislandy Lara stunk it up. Well, guess what? He could go on to be champion tonight because he had a strong second half of the fight, where the first half of the fight was it was a mess. It was boring. Terrell Gausha doesn't throw a lot of punches. He's a very, lack of a better word, economical fighter. But he came on strong at the end after a speech from his corner, and he could be the new WBC champion, or it could be a draw. But overall, from what I've seen, and I did skip out for a couple of rounds, I was cooking, Adames won the fight. But both of these guys would lose to Erislandy Lara. Yes, old man Erislandy Lara. And obviously, Gausha already lost to Lara. Hold me, turn it up.
Steve Weisfeld both score the bout 118 to 110, all three in favor of the winner, and still the WBC middleweight champion of the world.
There we have it.
El Bronco Caballo, Carlos Adames.
So we're going to talk about the division.
So Carlos Adames.
Before we listen to the post-fight interview, if he has one, the only real fight to make to me is Adames versus Alim Halala. And Alim Halala, the IBF and WBO champion at 160, is supposed to be the boogeyman of the division. He's good, but the competition that he's fought, I can't really see anything to make a real good determination. It's the level of competition. Even the fact that he's got a fight coming up and we don't know who the guy is. He is fighting Andre Mikhailovich. That is a month from today, on July the 13th in Vegas. This is not his fault. You know, they can't really get guys to fight him. He's been calling out Carlos Adames on social media, Twitter, whether it's him or his handler running his social media, but they've been on Adames. They're trying to get that fight. And I can see this fight actually happening next if, or Lara for unification, because they're both under the PBC banner. But if we get Tank Davis versus Lomachenko, if Tank Davis wins tonight, and Bob Burnham has confirmed that that fight is in talks for later on this year. Remember, it's June the 15th right now, 9:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And sometime in November or so, they're trying to put together Tank versus Loma. So we could see Alim Halala versus Carlos Adames maybe on that card. But right now, as I said, very weak division. By the way, shout out to Karan Davis, who got the upset over Elijah Garcia. What did I do with the boxing event? There we are. Earlier in the night, Mark Maxeyo won. This was a big upset right here. Gary Russell versus Pollo is next. Pollo. And then David Benavidez, Volzdik, and then Tank Davis versus Frank Martin. But once again, dreadful division. You know, and if I was to give my top 5 in the division, see, I still got to give it to Lara. You know, Lara is still, you know, even though he's slowed down a bit, and this competition has been dreadful. This is how nasty it is. Look. This is his last, since he fought Canelo, Ishe Smith, Delvin Rodriguez, Jan Zabek, Venus Monterosi, Yuri Foreman, Terrell Gausha, horrible fight. Jared Hurd, great fight. Castano, great fight. Canelo's balding brother, Ramon Alvarez, Ramon Barragan, Greg Vendetti, Thomas Lamanna, Gary Spike O'Sullivan, Mick Zarafa. Ew. And he's the new Gary Russell, I guess, because he fought one time in 2020, one time in 2021, once in 2022, and damn near a 2-year layoff before he fought Mick Zarafa. He's 41 years old. So it's time for him to start doing something. But I guess when you see where I'm going with this, it's a nasty division. But I still see, here's the thing. Ali Halala is good. Don't get it twisted. It's just that it's competition. There's nothing there for us to really, really, really go off of. Rob Brandt, okay, yeah, he was still somewhat of something, kind of, but not really a threat ever in the 160-pound division. Hassan Ndam, Danny Dignam, Denzel Bentley, Stephen Butler, Vincenzo Gutierrez. You know, and it's a nasty division. It's pretty dead right now. It's pretty dead right now. So I want to say that Ali Mahanallah can beat this version of Lara. So I'm going to say Ali Mahanallah number 1, Lara number 2, number 3, Carlos Adames, and that's only because he's champion, because I think Hamza Shiraz can beat him. Who else? You got Shane Mosley Jr. taking on Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs popped back up. He's out there now. As you can see, dead division. You got Chris Eubank Jr. Liam Beefy Smith is still kicking around. He's still a solid opponent. But really, honestly, I think Hamza is probably going to be the next guy, my personal opinion, for the division. But anyway, getting back to the pay-per-view, to the next fight. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. No replay value on this fight. If I was to give this fight, I need to start grading these fights. If I was to give this fight a grade, I'm giving it a D. Nasty fight. No replay value. Please subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at T Street Controversy.